Hey, this is Dirk Nowitzki, and you listen to the Mavs Step Back podcast.
I like this, TK. I like that. Yeah, it's the Mavericks, all about action. Don't do no acting, no Samuel Jackson. Dirk get the ball, you know that it's magic. Post move deadly, yeah, get tragic. Look with the ball, yeah, get nasty. He'll drop 30, don't gotta ask him.
Luka with the step back three. Oh, yeah! Porzingis three-pointer, yes, sir. Taking the three after the pump fake, and it's money for Porzingis.
Now you got my boy Chris Stabs, looking like Dirk and Nash in the gap. They just wanna ring, wanna fill the gap on your team head. I ain't talking heads, dang, go relax, still at the champ. Defense still coming with the best flow. The man's the best on the flow. I'm wild, but yeah, I'm the GOAT. This game get cold. Yeah, you might need a coach. Your friends turn into your foe.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Mavs Step Back podcast. I'm your host, Dalton Trigg. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host in Dallas basketball on SI colleague, Matt Galatson. And today, as you can see, we have a very special guest, a new Dallas Mavericks forward wing, I guess you'd say, Wes Iwundu. Wes, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How's it going?
Doing great. I mean, look, you always have one of those moves that, kind of comes towards, I guess you'd say, the end of free agency that nobody saw coming. And
Right.
the Mavs, that for the most part, they did a lot of their damage on draft night.
Mm-hmm.
And, then we got the notification that, Wes Iwundu was signing with the Mavs. So what was that like? How did that come up for you? And, how are you about to attack this opportunity in training camp?
Yeah, man. It happened pretty fast, actually. I think free agency started on Friday, and we was hearing from a few teams, and I think maybe around midnight somewhere, or a little late that night on Friday, I had heard from that Mark Cuban had called in, just kind of showing interest, man. And, for me, I thought that was pretty unbelievable. Mark Cuban, he's a great guy. Even with the Mavs, man, great organization on the come up, man. So, as soon as I heard that, I think the Mavs would kind of rose, right to the top of my list. Just because of the competition factor, man, and, what's to look ahead for, with the organization and getting back to those winning ways.
Yeah, and, as far as wing depth goes, that's something the Mavs didn't really have last year. And they addressed that, pretty significantly this offseason. It seems like every move they made was for a wing, with the exception of re-signing Trey Burke. But, what do you think you can bring to this team immediately just from day one?
First and foremost, just a different focus and energy level to the defensive side of the ball. I've been in here in the league for about 3 years, man, and that's kind of what my stamp been, on the defensive side. Just bringing that energy and trying to bring a different focus to my teammates out. And as far as the offensive side go, when it comes to playing with players like Luka, KP, Tim, whoever you want to throw in there, they kind of make the game easier for everyone else around them. So, my job, just pretty much a lot of catch and shoots, man, and, just getting on transition, trying to run the floor for a lot of easy buckets, man, mixing it up.
Oh, yeah. Matt?
Well, Wes, you kind of touched on it a bit earlier, but what was your perception of the Mavs organization coming in? I mean, I know you've been around the league a little bit and seen other places. So what drew you to the Mavs, and what did you like about them?
Pretty much the big step that they took, going in the direction that they're going, with Luka being in MVP conversations, for this upcoming season, KP, whoever else you want to throw in there, man. I think the opportunity here is great, to come in here, make some things happen, man, and, be in the conversation for the top of the West, and try to get some things done.
Yeah, because the team, just overall, the team was good last year, but they got bit by the injury bug. And like I said, their wing depth just wasn't where it needed to be. And, now they've addressed those issues, and it looks like they're going to be a favorite in the West this year, to potentially get one of those top 4 seeds. But, Wes, just from your side, before you signed with the Mavs and everything, it was a weird season. It got suspended because of all this COVID stuff. Then you had to, they had the bubble come up, and, you were playing there with the Magic. Since then, though, what have you been working on the most with your game? Is there anything you've been trying to add or enhance?
I would say, just a lot more footwork, getting into my shot a lot quicker. You know, especially playing with good players like Luke, Burke, you know, Josh now, whoever you want to throw in there, man. It's going to be a lot of opportunities for a lot of catch and shoots. So, you know, that's been a big thing. A lot of shots, man. Just trying to get stronger, and also some ball handling. You know, always crafting the ball handling and trying to stay on top of that, man. You know, just so my skills can kind of stay up to par, man, and be ready to go whenever.
Yeah, when it was announced that you had signed with the Mavs, I really took a deep dive into your stats since your rookie year, and whatever happened after your rookie year, you know, your 3-point shot improved significantly. Is there somebody that worked with you, or is there like a specific thing you changed with your shot to get that up?
You know, just spending a lot of time with the shooting coach, you know, different coaches, and, you know, actually putting some time behind it, man. My rookie year, you know, I explained it as it being so fast and, you know, so much at once. You know, it's all new to me. So I was still kind of adjusting to things, man. But, you know, a little deeper into my second year, going into my third year, I felt a lot more comfortable, you know, with shooting the ball. And even still to today, man, you know, like just today, you know, working in the gym, you know, get some shots up, man, just still trying to, you know, craft, you know, perfect that craft, man, and keep getting better at it, you know, still, you know, feeling confident shooting the ball, man. So that's the biggest thing, you know, going into this season is,
Yeah,
you know,
man,
just getting ready.
it seems like over the last, you know, handful of years, you know, just watching the Mavs team, you see a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith. You know, he was undrafted. Mavs took a chance on him, and every single year, him and Maxi Kleba, both of those guys, ever since joining the Mavs, they've just steadily improved their shot every
Yeah,
year.
yeah, I think that's coach. You know, credit to Coach Carlisle. You know, and the development staff. You know, just having guys in their perfect roles, man, and prospering in those roles. You know, over the years, I think is big, and especially with the Mavs organization. If you look at guys like Doe, you know, whoever you want to throw, man, over the years, guys have got better. You know, coming in this system and just developing over the years. So that was also, you know, a big factor. You know, speaking with my team going into this decision, man, and just, you know, seeing what I can do and get in here, man, and get things going.
Well, Wes, I was kind of curious. You mentioned Rick and the development staff and stuff, but how attractive is it to play with a guy like Luka, who, you know, also obviously plays a huge role in getting those guys open shots, but just from a creative standpoint and getting to play with a guy who, you know, as of today is the Vegas favorite for MVP. I mean, how exciting is that? What do you think that adds to someone like you?
Oh, man, this is unbelievable. You know, I explained it because, you know, for me, this is going to be the first time for me playing with a player like this. So, you know, getting comfortable with Luka, you know, in the gym and practice, I think is important, you know, especially for a new signing like me, because the attention he's going to bring, you know, to himself, just because, like you say, he's you know, rated in the top for MVP, man. So in the conversation, so I think the attention he's going to get is crazy, and that's one thing, you know. I think it'll take some adjusting to, you know, figuring those things out, figuring out the spots, and, you know, kind of what he likes, you know, everybody when those type of things are going on. But to be playing with a player like that, man, you can't ask for nothing better. You know, like I said, he's the type of player who's going to make everyone around him better. And just, you know, for me, like, I that makes me want to give it my all, you know, like bring the energy, you know, whatever is needed out there, man. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, and, you know, we talked about Dorian Finney-Smith and Maxi Kleba, and, you know, I think the majority of the credit, which obviously those guys have worked their butts off since being here, but, you know, I think a lot of credit, you know, does go to Rick Carlisle and that development staff. But I think the biggest example of a guy benefiting from playing alongside Luka is probably Tim Hardaway Jr. because, you know, coming over from the Knicks, they were asking him to do way too much, and you plug him in with Luka now, and all of a sudden he's a 40% 3-point shooter. So
Right. Yeah, man, that's kind of how, you know, the examples I kind of use too, you know, going into this process, man, just how guys' percentages, it's kind of a natural thing, man. Like, you know, when you have a player like Luka or KP playing alongside of you, man, like those guys bring so much attention to themselves. So it's like the other guys it becomes that much more important for those guys, you know, to kind of be ready and produce, man, in certain situations, which is beautiful. You know, if it's if it's going and it looks good, man, it's a great thing, man. You know, and it's just something you gotta stick with, you know, and kind of play through.
Now I do have to ask you one thing, because since I gave you the topic list, a couple things have happened, and you know, Josh Richardson, he was flying to Dallas from Miami, I believe, and he was on the plane with James Johnson, and he said the dog is coming. Do you consider yourself to be one of those dogs?
For sure, man. Every time I'm on the court, man, I play with that mentality. You know, I play with the tough guy. I mean, that's just how it's always been, man. And Josh and James, man, they're no different, man. Like, everybody know about those guys. Like, even me playing against them, you know, from past experience, those guys are tough dudes, man. And I really don't see that changing too much, you know, being here with the Mavs, man. It's a different mindset. You know, it's a good mindset to have on a team. And I think, you know, in some games, man, that take a team a long way, honestly speaking.
Well, one more question here, and we'll let you get out of here. What is something that, you know, the Mavs fans in general should know about Wes Iwundu that we probably don't know? What do you like to do in free time?
So like, little story, man. You know, like, pretty much since I've been playing basketball, man, like, when I first step my foot through the door somewhere, whether it's AU, college, NBA, it's kind of always like, who is this guy? You know, it's like a big question mark, man. But you know, that kind of it's kind of like what motivates me, you know, to get on the court and actually put the product out there, man. You know, and just get out there and play, man. You know, for the Mavs fans, I'm a hard worker, man. You know, I go out there with the same mindset every game. You know, bring the energy, do whatever is needed for my teammates, man. You know, it's especially playing with the guys I'm playing with now, man. It's just going out there having fun and just trying to get some wins, man. So, you know, I'm with the energy, man. I'm with all the energy. You know, I'm always trying to get a stop, lock something up, man, and just get some wins. The most important thing.
Well, I know everybody's glad to hear that. I mean, the Mavs, they not only improved, but, you know, they improved that energy level. You know,
for sure.
I think the toughness is a lot better going into this season. But, Matt, is there anything you want to add before we take off here?
No, I mean, I'm excited to get to see Wes play and see all these new guys play. I think it's going to be really interesting chemistry between all the guys, and every single one of them, you know, and especially Wes, is going to bring something to the table that the team didn't have last year. So I think that's really exciting. And also, I want to apologize for my cat running around in the background a little bit.
No. Hey, man, we're all at home, man. Be as comfortable as you can be, man.
I tried to keep it in, but I did. I had to laugh when I saw him make that. Well, Wes, look, we appreciate you taking the time. We wish nothing but the best for you going into training camp in this season, and we hope you go out there and help the Mavs get a lot of wins this year. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for having me. Nice meeting you guys as well, too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
All right, guys.
Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
You too.
I represent on the behalf of 707 and the step back. I rep Dallas too. You gon' catch a vibe, shout out all my people. Take a step back, reminiscing about the old days when I hooped outside with my friends and drunk that OJ. Crossover doing step backs in a pair of J's. These days I'm about my chips like a bag of Lays. I ain't lying when I tell you people ain't the same. How you real when you sell your soul for the fame? Do anything for $1, I'ma stay patient cause I know God promised me a lot of. Looked up to Dirk and MJ instead of blue collar. Excited at the idea of being a true baller. Riding in the Benz, a copper Impala. Feeling like I made it, now they tryna holler. This how we thinking life's supposed to